Whoops, there we go. All right, this version of Orchid Hunters is going to be live because I received a surprise box of orchids from Susan because I guess Susan is wonderfully orchid crazy and she likes to send me boxes, which I really appreciate. The box arrived yesterday. It's currently 6:30 in the morning in Chicago, but it arrived yesterday and I couldn't open it because I was working all day and I worked until 11 p.m. And so I have woken up excitedly first thing this morning to open the box, and I figured I have actually quite a few things I have to do this morning, including going to the farmer's market. So I thought I would do it as a live so that I could get it done, shared, and uploaded to YouTube all in one go. So now we have to figure out how to do this. I'm outside with my orchids in the backyard, and this is my view in front. This is my table with Susan's box, and you can see it's covered in plants right now. So I don't know if I can make enough distance on my phone to share all this, but so one amusing thing, the entire family thought this was hilarious, is the number of stamps Susan stuck on the box. And yet, if you think about how much postage is nowadays, she put this many stamps on, and she still had to add like $2.10 in terms of worth of postage to this. So, anyways, because I couldn't open it until today, it sat inside. I brought it inside right when it arrived, so it stayed cool. Every single member of my family had to walk by and say, "Why are there so many stamps on this box?" Hey, good morning, Tracy's Orchids. Thanks for joining me. I didn't think anybody else would be up. Early bird, or maybe in my case, so super excited about opening this box. All right, so let me see if I can set up my phone for some space to open this. Alrighty, not block everything with my thumb since I use my phone for all my stuff. I am now propping this up against one of my orchids. I don't know, is that a little low? Oh, we can see me. That's pretty good. I have to find the scissors. Where's the scissors? Scissors. All right, scissors. All right, so we can just see me if I like lean all the way back. Yeah, so I had originally set up my table the idea that my family and I would enjoy wonderful pandemic quarantine evenings in the back garden with my greenery. And we've sat out here once. My husband complains that there are too many bugs. And I can't really say that I can fix that problem because I have a lot of flowering plants back here, which means that I do get quite a few bees. I also think there might be a wasp nest nearby somewhere, or a yellow jacket nest, because I get wasp or yellow jackets that come by during the day, and they float around. They're very nice. They don't sting anybody, they don't bother me, but obviously with the blooming orchids, insects do like to come by. Anyways, so yeah, the entire all three other members of my family think that the backyard is awful because it's filled with insects. Even though I moved this out from underneath the linden tree and it's more available. It's also, so since nobody will come out and share the table underneath my shade cloth with me, it has become covered in orchids. So I have several orchid projects going on it at once. And I'll have to think about how to deal with that for future years. All right. I don't know, since I say years because it seems like we're never gonna actually figure out how to deal with this novel coronavirus that has like a minimum 3% fatality rate, 5% fatality rate in the US. Actually, I laid out a plan. Actually, they laid out a plan in April, the government did, that sounded really reasonable. We just haven't bothered to actually follow it. So, of course, nothing's working and everybody's freaking out, including every parent in my school district, because kids have to go back to school because kids are having trouble learning at home and they're going to lose a whole year of learning, and I understand that. But You know, I don't want my daughter to be one of the, like, what, 1% that gets the weird rash and then she has organ damage for the rest of her life. I mean, no, no thank you. You know, and she's got like illness-induced asthma, so even though, hey, maybe she's not high risk, she's got some risk, and she's got type A blood, which they have some report showing that, hey, you have type A blood, you have a 50% chance risk of having severe complications. So, you know, scary. Anyways, we may be stuck here as a result forever in our houses because as a society we can't deal with this coronavirus. All right, the first thing she sent me, this is a dendrobium. It's got a yellow tag on it. She sent me Susan sent me a dendrobium. It, with the yellow tag, means it's probably from Santa Barbara Orchid Estate. It says, I can't tell. Did it wipe off? Look at this. All right, here's the tag. All right, and it has dendro big blank space in them. Is that supposed to be the end of dendrobium and the printer had a problem? Okay, and variety Mary Jane. Or it's supposed to be dendrobium and it's some kind. So you look at it, right? What kind is it? Is it, could be a Kianum type? I don't know. It's because half the name is missing. All right. So, all right, that's the first thing from Susan in the surprise box. All right, let me, gonna have, all right, she's packed a really extremely thick box here. And I thank you a lot, Susan. I'm gonna try to say it several times because Susan generously always sends me an email with her comments about my videos afterwards. So, but I am both amused. Same way that my family was amused by the huge number of stamps on box. Oh, here's another dendrobium. Oh, okay. So this is dendrobium. I'm assuming it's Issei by Super Issei. I have actually Dendrobium Issei by Super Issei. Somebody sent me a kiki of it. So actually, I don't know, someone I know exactly who sent it to me. So if you want to know how 6 Degrees of Kevin Costner, my orchid collection is, or orchid collecting is, I have really good friends, maybe even best friends if you want to call them that, who live in Chicago. We met them 20-some, 30-some years ago when we first moved to Chicago, and we hung out, and I was the matron of honor at their wedding, and the mother of the guy in the relationship, because they're a heterosexual couple, she also collects orchids, and so she likes, of course, to come to Chicago. She lives in Colorado. She likes to come to Chicago and see her son every year. Well, I don't know if that's happening this year because of, hey, COVID, but she has in the past come to visit him, and then she has brought divisions and kikis from her collection, given them to him, and then he's given them to me. So I have divisions of orchids from my best friend's mother. There you go. So let me see. Oh, I actually think I have an Issei. An Issei. Up. Yep. So this. All right. Haha. See this right here? Oh, this is not Super Issei. This is Issei. This is Issei Pearl by Issei Yaoyi. So I guess I don't actually have Super Issei by Issei. But this is Issei crossed against Issei right here. And we can see, look at the plants. So look at the two I apologize. Like, maybe I can lift the phone up a little bit and put it on something. I have, not like I don't have a giant dendrobium here. Actually, let me see if I can get the phone to sit. So I have my Epi nocturnum right here, and it's on a pot. Maybe I can kind of prop it up to do this. All right. Without knocking. Oh, I'm totally trying to prop this up. All right. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's scoot a little closer. And all right. That's two. That's two of only. Oh Lord, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Stamps. Of one. Oh my gosh, there's so many more. 1, 2, 3. So that was 5 total. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, you sent me 10 plants in this box. That's like really good hacking. 10 plants in this box. All right, we'll take them out of the box. All right, maybe. Now we've stacked them like a giant crazy thing here. We don't have enough room, of course, then to open them. Ha ha ha. All right, so I have gotten from Susan 2 dendrobiums so far. So I should say that if that is a little kingianum, I'm actually not quite sure. I'm gonna have to try to Google Dendrobium Mary Janette and see if whatever turns up. Because it's in quotes, which makes me think it's a varietal, and I'm actually missing the name of the actual orchid on that. If it is a kingianum type, I actually collect kingianum types because the lip and dot patterns on different kingianums are different. So I actually do collect them because I'm crazy and I collect them. Because who else collects kingianums? Nobody. So only me. Oh, she put this one in a little tiny cup, Dixie cup that she taped over to the side. She is a good packer. And all right, I'm trying to think of things to say. I don't really have a lot of things to say because mostly my life is ranting about the fact that, you know, we shut down the economy for like 6 to 8 weeks and we did not get this damn thing under control. Oh, here's an Epi pork pack, St. Nancy. So I don't know if different pork packs looks different. I do have a pork packs. I do not have St. Nancy right there. It's packed in moss. Yeah, we toasted our economy. We didn't bother to get testing up. We didn't bother to get contact tracing up. Just went ahead, opened things up, told everybody, do whatever, and now we have no idea where the disease is. And we are treating everybody like we are all little hellish pits of plague running around. I mean, we might as well all just be the plague rats of the Black Death of Europe, given how we're doing this. And, you know, we could do much better. We have technology nowadays. All right, next one. So I've now opened up 3. This is Lilocattleya Gold Digger by Epi Rufum. It's supposed to be fragrant. Also sent this packed in a wall. I should like do a revenge like package to her of things. I know she's also trying to clear down so she has room in the winter. But I should send her one of every seedling I just potted out from Community Pot. except now she knows. When she watches this video, she'll know I'm doing that. Oh, I don't know. This little bit seems to have rotted off right here. Of course, I automatically tugged at it. So there it is. It's in a little Dixie pot with, like, actually I love like little water cups like this that you can, you know, put a little hole in like this and use it. I use it for my semi-hydro, but I think it's a great way to make cheap pots and grow plants for a while. The other thing is that then the pot disintegrates and you can just kind of peel it off when you're done using it, which is also really nice. All right, what else do we have? So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 plants. This right here is Dendrobium annosum. Oh, okay. So I have 2 annosums. I think I shared the one with the picotee edge. And then I have a regular anosum, which I don't think is bloomjet. So I want to say anosums are great. They're what's known colloquially as the hono hono orchid. If you go to Hawaii and people say, oh, I grow hono hono, then that's the anosum right there. So originally from the Philippines, but very popular in Hawaii. And I'm sure everybody knows these things who actually like collects orchids all the time. All right. So there's a little tiny anosum division right there. All right. Oops. This is, oh, she must have bought a Dendrobium package from, Sima said bought a Dendrobium package from Santa Barbara Orchid Estate. This is Dendrobium Duffy. I cannot pronounce it. Pugioniforme pastoriolatum. I have never even heard of those dendrobiums. Here, can you see that? Focus on it? And, you know, I have an issue with Dendrobium species. So I guess there's like, it's like this huge class, right? You have the Phalaenopsis type ones that everybody knows about. And then you have like all kinds of like crazy Dendrobiums that you were like, wait, are they in the same class? What? Are you kidding me? Oh, Susan. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna make it. Here. You can see like there's some rot starting right there. We'll see. Came potted in moss. It is summer. We think the last set she sent me might have gotten frozen in transit because it was still kind of cold. But anyway, so yeah, so you have this huge variety of dendrobiums because you get dendrobiums like here's your standard Phalaenopsis type dendrobium, like this one right here. Here's just standard, right? Everybody knows this dendrobium makes the flowers that they put on leis. You think about Hawaii and stuff, right? So that's a dendrobium. And then this is also a dendrobium, right? And these two things, they look nothing alike. They look nothing alike at all. So, you know, really? They're in the same class? And I have a dendrobium that looks completely like it is. It's grass. Oh, I'm gonna stop talking for a second. So, so one of the benefits of living 100 feet outside the city of Chicago is that you get to hear all the sirens as they go by. Uh, that sounded like a police car and an ambulance running by, or maybe a fire truck, really fast down the road 100 feet that way. So that's what that was. But yes, so I don't know that anyone could hear me during that interlude of sirens. I know I couldn't hear myself. All right, here, what do we got here? Another, oh, a docrea. So docrea, is that, I don't, I don't have a docrea. This is my first docrea. Striolatum by Ida Mary. And it's like, this is a docrea. I think some of the docreas that I have seen, like, the leaves are really small and they're thick. And I haven't grown docrea, so I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't know how to grow docrea yet. So, I saw some when I was in Costa Rica. I think they have little tiny flowers. Like, I mean, maybe big for the plant, but docreas aren't large plants. They tend to be, like, I think the ones I saw were sort of, well, the ones I saw were specimen size, or like this much plant, but you know, like the leaves really stay about this big, and so it's sort of like a miniature. This one says golden clusters for the flowers, so I have to look that one up. So exciting new species to try to grow, or actually a hybrid species because it's two different docreas already crossed together. I did not know that people were crossing docreas. All right. And this is the Trick Volcano Queen. Epicattleya, or ETT now, I don't know what it is. So this must Trick Volcano Queen. You see the tag. And so yes, Susan, I think most of these arrived in much better shape than the stuff in the winter did. Which that stuff looked alive, but it also all looked sort of wrinkly by the time it got to me. So maybe they did suffer a lot. This is pretty good. On the side there. I have two left. Two left, and then, and these are bigger. These are the biggest ones. The other ones were the smallest, so I opened them first because of lack of table space. So, alrighty. Tag on this. This is Candy Girl NN. So Lalo, Cattleya, Candy Girl. So now this one, I'm just going to say, so a lot of the stuff that I tried immediately to force into semi-hydro that I got from Susan in the winter had these sort of dry-ish leaves like this. So maybe what I'll do with this one, I'm going to leave, she sent it in the pot instead of bare root. I'm going to leave it like this and see if we can get it to plump out a new growth first before I try to put it into semi-hydro. So that's something else. Semi-hydro is a really bad system, I feel, for trying to salvage an orchid that's doing poorly. Now, a lot of the stuff that she sent me in the winter had new growths already, and I thought, well, yeah, probably I can get it to go, And maybe if, I don't know, I'd done some of the stuff like putting moss on top to keep it more humid. I don't know. It's a lot of it suffering from rot. But I mean, this has got really nice like new growths right here coming out. I mean, I can't even tell. Okay, so I'm holding this so close to my phone that it's blurry for me, and I don't have my bifocals on, so I can't actually tell if it's in focus for anyone else. But like if you look like right there, there is some new growth coming in, and so we'll see how it goes. It's previously bloomed, so it's a mini compact Cattleya type. This is the last one. Alright, so this is Triple Love NN. I think NN always stands for the Newman Nursery clones. This has got nice thick leaves that are nice and plump. It's got some new growth coming in here. So I think this one won't be a problem if I want to put it in the semi-hydro. Though I may leave it like this since it's already in a pot. The problem is that I'll think, oh, they're doing really well in bark, and then I will not pay enough attention to them, and they'll get underwatered in the winter, and then they'll get overwatered in the summer, and that is just a recipe for rot. So that is all of my orchids from my surprise box. And thank you to anyone who joined into this live stream and watched me do this. I will try to provide updates for how these orchids grow. And let me figure out how to stop this.